On our way to India for my cousin brother's wedding this year, we decided to do something a little different. Since our wedding anniversary was coming up, we thought why not stop in Doha, Qatar for a couple of days and spend some time before all the wedding craziness begins, because we also had weddings to attend at my husband's hometown. So we booked the Qatar Airways stopover program, which basically lets you turn a long layover into a mini vacation. Instead of just waiting in the airport, you can stay in Doha for a night or two or 4 or 5. And the best part is the hotel rates are heavily discounted. You get to explore the city, relax, and break up a long trip without paying the full hotel prices. Since we were already flying through Qatar on our way to India, it made perfect sense. We could see a new country, celebrate our anniversary a little early, and arrive in India feeling rested instead of exhausted. It's honestly such a smart travel hack if you're flying long haul through Doha. We tried Qatar Airways Al Maha service, and honestly, the moment we landed, we were surprised by how smooth everything was. As soon as we stepped off the plane, someone was already waiting for us. As US citizens, we could just get a visa on arrival, so we didn't have to deal with any paperwork ahead of time. And with Al Maha guiding us, even that part was effortless. No long immigration lines, no rushing, no confusion, just calm, organized, and super easy. They walked us straight to a private lounge where we could actually relax after the flight. There were snacks, water, comfortable seating, and really nice bathrooms where we could freshen up. While we were sitting there, they handled everything, immigration, baggage, all of that. We didn't even have to think about anything. And once everything was said and done, they took us directly to our car that was already waiting outside, and they took care of all of our luggage as well. So they dropped us off at the St. Regis. They had some welcome baklava waiting, and then the room. You guys, this room was massive. I'm pretty sure a couple of families could have stayed with us and we still would have had space. So we went outside of the hotel where there were a couple restaurants and we grabbed dinner nearby. We were honestly so tired, we just ordered one dish and split it because all we could think about was getting back to the room and sleeping. Of course, thanks to jet lag, we woke up at a completely ridiculous hour the next morning. We quickly showered and got dressed and headed over to breakfast. The restaurant where breakfast was being served was absolutely stunning, and the selection of items was crazy. They had a little bit of everything, and to be honest, when we go abroad and have breakfast, I always look forward to it because the variety is insane and there's always more savory options. I prefer a savory breakfast over a sweet breakfast. did choose the hotel option where breakfast was included. So just keep that in mind that that is something that you will have to opt in or select. It's not something that automatically comes with the hotel. So after breakfast, we of course went on a walk and explored the hotel, which I'm sure is a total hotspot in the summers. The whole place opens up right onto the water, huge pools, and all these beautiful cabanas that just make you want to spend the whole day outside. You can just imagine people hanging out here, swimming, sunbathing, grabbing drinks, and basically living their best vacation life. Keep in mind that there are two St. Regis properties in Doha. This one, which is in the Pearl, and then there's another one directly on the beach that caused a lot of confusion for us, but we ultimately chose this one in the Pearl. The St. Regis, regardless wherever you stay, is stunning. I spent some time just walking around the property and taking in all of the architecture. Inside, the lobby quickly became one of our favorite spots. They always had dates, tea, and cold water ready. The lounge area is also elegant and cozy. You just want to sit here and relax. Once we were ready to head out, we went to explore the Pearl. Our first stop was Connaught Quarter. The canals and pastel buildings instantly reminded me of Venice, and some of the staircases even brought back memories of Lombard Street in San Francisco. It's a nice, serene location with charming bridges, quiet alleys, and plenty of cafes and restaurants tucked in every corner. We also came across the famous musical steps. Later, we made our way to Raffles for afternoon tea. Honestly, this hotel is in a league of its own. Raffles is in such a beautiful part of the city, right in the heart of Lusail. There's this big I love Lusail sign nearby, and we couldn't resist sitting there for a really long time, just taking it all in. The weather was nice and breezy as well. The area has a really modern, vibrant vibe with wide walkways, water features, and sleek architecture. It's the kind of place you could wander around for hours and still notice something new at every turn. After soaking in the atmosphere, we hopped into an Uber to head over to Vendome Mall. It's just a short drive. By the time we arrived, we were ready to explore the mall and see what it had to offer. However, I did not know that Vendome Mall literally looks like something out of Europe. It's honestly worth a good few hours. The mall itself is modern and spacious with wide walkways, beautiful decor, and plenty of cafes where you can just sit and soak it all in. I'd really recommend going in the evening though. This is when the fountain comes alive that you saw outside. That's also the time that there is music, and it just makes the whole place feel a little magical. And of course, I couldn't resist a little shopping while we were there. The Sephora was absolutely insane. Almost 3 to 4 floors of beauty heaven. Browsing through other products, trying things out, and just taking it all in was such a fun way to spend some time. One thing we noticed about life in Qatar is that people tend to go out later in the day, in the evening. That's when the city really comes alive, and you see family and friends strolling, enjoying the cafes, and just soaking up the atmosphere. Visiting the mall in the evening lets you feel that energy while also taking in the cooler weather and this gorgeous fountain. After we were done hanging around the mall, we went to Qatar's newest and most futuristic district, which is Lusail Boulevard. We came back here because we wanted to see it at nighttime and these beautiful, incredible night lights, modern architecture, and lively atmosphere. It's one of the best places to walk, take pictures, and enjoy the city's energy. Qatar really knew what they were doing with this place, and we loved strolling this area in the nighttime. The next day, we made our way to Katara Cultural Village. From the moment we stepped inside, the surroundings carried a quiet beauty that invited us to explore. Katara is one of Qatar's most unique destinations, a cultural hub designed to celebrate art, architecture, history, and community all in one space. The entire village is built with stunning traditional details, from its sandstone walls to its peaceful courtyards and beautifully crafted walkways. As you wander through Katara, you find yourself moving between art galleries, open plazas, cafes, and spaces that feel like they were made to slow you down and help you appreciate the moment. One of the highlights is the Golden Mosque, a shining landmark that stands out with its elegant design and warm tones. What makes Katara special is the way it blends the old with the new, traditional Qatari elements paired with modern creativity. It's a kind of place where you can learn, relax, take photos, or simply just enjoy the atmosphere. Whether you're into culture, architecture, or just peaceful places, Katara is a must visit. There's also a mall here that's definitely worth checking out, but we did decide to skip it this time. Next, we stopped at Snan Food Hall, a stunning glass-covered space filled with light and endless food choices. We grabbed a snack and a drink, and we kept on exploring. We hopped on the metro and headed straight to the Corniche. Finding the metro is a bit of a puzzle, but I promise the metro is here. The metro is honestly one of the easiest and fastest ways to get around Doha. The Doha metro is super clean, modern, and fully air conditioned, which you can definitely appreciate in this heat. It's affordable as well, efficient, and the trains come every few minutes, so you never really have to wait. What's nice is that many of the city's major spots are connected: Lusail, Katara, the airport, and of course the Corniche. It made getting across the city incredibly smooth, so we opted for the metro often. So we hopped onto the metro and took it towards the direction of the Corniche, and before we knew it, we were on our way. And the Doha Corniche is one of the most iconic places in Qatar. It's a long, beautifully designed waterfront that stretches for several kilometers along the Persian Gulf. It's the perfect place to walk, relax, and take in some of the best views of the city. On one side, you have the calm blue water, and on the other, the impressive skyline of West Bay rising against the sky. Right now, it was very quiet because it was very early in the day, but families, runners, tourists, and locals all come here to enjoy the breeze, watch the boats, or simply sit and take in the view. You'll also see the traditional dhow boats lined up along the water. These wooden boats are a reminder of Qatar's maritime history, and many of them offer short cruises if you want a scenic ride. They all offer different rates though, so make sure you ask the rates before getting onto the boat and haggle for the best price. If and when you come during sunset time and the light changes, the skyscrapers start to reflect the colors of the sky and the whole area becomes very peaceful and cinematic. So whether you're here for photos, a walk, or just a moment to chill, the Corniche is one of those must-visit spots that really shows the beauty of Doha. Now, I wasn't joking when I told you that the metro literally takes you everywhere. So we hopped onto the metro and took it to the National Museum of Qatar. And honestly, this place is breathtaking before you even step inside. The entire building is designed to look like a giant desert rose, inspired by crystals that naturally form in Qatar's desert. It's the kind of building you can stare at for a while before realizing you haven't even gone in yet. Once you're inside, the museum takes you on a journey through Qatar's past, present, and future. The exhibits are beautifully done, not just objects in cases, but with full immersive rooms filled with sound, movement, and storytelling. You learn about the country's natural landscape, the way of life, pearl diving traditions, and the early days before the discovery of oil. As you move forward, the museum slowly transitions into Qatar's modern era, showing how the nation transformed into one of the fastest growing countries in the world. The displays are huge, dramatic, and super engaging. It's like walking through a living timeline. What I love is how the museum mixes culture, history, and design in a way that keeps you interested the entire time. Whether you're into architecture, storytelling, or just exploring beautiful spaces, the National Museum of Qatar is absolutely worth visiting. We enjoyed the museum so much we honestly didn't want to leave, but we still wanted to explore more of Doha and Qatar, so we kept going. So it was back to the metro once again. I wasn't kidding when I said the metro connects the entire city. It's incredibly easy to use and you really can't get lost. There are signs, arrows, and clear directions everywhere guiding you exactly where you need to go. So we hopped on the metro and made our way to Souq Waqif, one of the most vibrant and culturally rich places in all of Doha. Even the metro station is modern and spotless, but the moment you step outside, the whole vibe changes. You go from sleek and futuristic straight into tradition, history, and warm old world charm. Souq Waqif feels like stepping into another era. The narrow alleyways, the mud brick buildings, the spices, the scents, everything is full of life and character, and the food here is amazing. There are tons of great restaurants and street food spots. I'll list some of the best ones in the description box, but we grabbed a bite to eat here too, and the atmosphere made it even better. As we wandered around, we even saw the mounted police officers on horseback. They're not just for show, they're part of Qatar's traditional approach to patrolling the area and keeping the Souq safe. It's a nod to the country's heritage, and it adds this really unique historical feel to the experience. Souq Waqif is the kind of place where you can shop, relax, explore, and just soak in the culture. Lively, colorful, and full of stories. It's a must visit in Doha, and if you need to purchase gifts for yourself and your loved ones, this is a great spot to do it. After Souq Waqif, we took an Uber over to Mina District, and on the way we passed by this huge display of flags which represent countries from around the world and symbolize Qatar's connection to the global community. When we arrived at Mina District, the sun was starting to set, making it a perfect time to come here. This area is known for its bright pastel buildings, waterfront views, and that relaxed seaside atmosphere. It almost feels like a little Mediterranean town dropped right into Doha. It's peaceful, photogenic, and definitely worth the short ride from the city center. We also walked through the fish market, which was honestly a surprise. You'd expect a strong smell, but it was incredibly clean and well kept. No fish odor at all. We were pretty exhausted by this time, so we took an Uber back to the Pearl, back to the State Regis. The next day, since we were flying to India, we didn't have much time left to explore, and we just wanted to slow down and relax before our flight. So we decided to visit this mall. Honestly, at first I was confused because it showed up as a mall, but the moment you arrive, it looked like a full-on museum or a European palace. You actually have to walk through this grand museum-like area before you even reach the mall itself. We had a really delicious lunch here, and the restaurants are tucked toward the back. There's a variety of different cuisines. There are also some amazing stores inside. I'll list a few of my favorites in the description box. It's definitely a spot worth visiting if you love beautiful architecture, good food, or just want a calm place to unwind. You can even come here in the morning and the daytime because the outside portion is covered and has AC. All those vents you saw, yep, there's cold air blowing through those. After that, it was time for us to head to the airport and catch our flight to India. The airport is absolutely massive, so definitely set aside some time to hang around the airport, pick up some souvenirs, grab some dates. I was just reflecting on how much I truly loved this whole trip. Doha completely won me over. It's modern, safe, friendly, and there's so much to do for every kind of traveler. Whether you're coming as a family, a couple, or a solo traveler, Doha has something for you. You can explore culture, food, history, beaches, adventure, or even do a desert safari tour, which we didn't get a chance to do this time, but we definitely want to. We'll absolutely be back, and the stopover program made it all so easy. It's such a great way to experience a new city and a new country in just a couple days. If you ever get the chance to do a stopover in Qatar, take it. You're going to fall in love with Doha just like we did. If you've booked the Qatar stopover program, please let me know in the comments. Tag your travel bestie, like this video, give it a thumbs up, and let me know what travel content you would like to see next. And make sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss another travel vlog. I'll see you soon in a new video.